Shocking new details on the Nolan Wells case. Just updated. Breaking news, bro. Man, look, hit the hype button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the hype button. Subscribe if you ain't already subscribed so you can shoot the channel through the algorithm. Man, I know my eyes bloodshot. I just did 16 hours at work and I had to come home and, yeah, get on the content for y'all, man, because when I seen the update, it had me on the edge of my seat, so I want to have y'all on the edge of y'all seats, bro. So, yeah, let's go and get straight to it.
Murr's smile clean off his face because this man is a joke. So yesterday I was playing with the contrast in this picture to try and get a better picture of the pattern on Morgan's swimsuit. I realized that half of this picture is not changing at all when I play with the shadows, which is an indicator to me of a photograph being altered. So then I started scrutinizing this picture because why would I ever have reason to doubt it before? And then that's when I noticed this boat seam underneath all of their legs. You can almost trace it all the way until you get to Nolan. Not only are these creases in different places, but there's no shadow, nothing underneath his legs here. In fact, if you look really closely, make sure your brightness is turned all the way up, you can see a seam right here that just stops. And that would connect over here. Then I saw in between this elbow here, look, there is so much fabric that's supposedly his shorts. Like, why does the shadow suddenly stop? You can see a seam here and then nothing. And then look at the way Nolan is holding this can. Got one finger like over the lid, but the can looks really like wide. And then his thumb is on the other side of the lid. Like, how would you hold something like that? Now look at this half of the picture. Notice how Nolan's head is casting a shadow going to the left. Same with Eric here. Head casting shadow to the left. Which means right where I am on the screen would be the direction that the sun would be coming from. And yet his shadow is going straight down and his shadow is going straight down and to the right, implying that their light source, their sun, is coming from over here. So is this picture fake? Then I started looking at the photos that they gave to Officer Tatum. Why is Nolan a giant? He and Jax are literally almost the same build and height. And I understand that perspective's a thing, but no.
She do not play.
Man, she ain't playing.
She don't play.
At all.
She don't play.
No.
God dang.
Not when they're this close to each other. Not when the camera is right here. And look, same problem with this one with the shadows. Shadow going this way, shadow going this way, shadow going this way, shadow going this way, shadow going straight up and down, shadow straight up and down, straight up and down, straight up and down, straight up and down, to the left.
Say, man, I don't know what your daily profession is besides being a content creator, but you must got Sherlock Holmes in your bloodline, folks, because this woman ain't playing with them. I see why every time, bro, because they've been, like, every time I've been, you know what I'm saying, posting content with her, and I try to put it on the For You page, man, they taking it down. I see why, because she not playing with them.
And this jacuzzi tub looks normal at first until you zoom.
It's crazy how you got content creators doing more work than the police. Content creators. Man, I just can't even fathom, like, what is going on, bro? If we can see it, they see it. They just don't give a, you know what I'm saying? They just don't care.
Man, first off, why is his elbow blending into his hat? And whose face is that? Because that looks like AI tried to recreate this guy.
Yeah.
This is another picture of Nolan with them, and I'm like, why does his eyes look swollen shut? Why his neck is big as his head?
Well, like,
get ready, folks. I'm about ready to blow their little he wasn't on the Triton picture out of the water. Because right here is Morgan's swim trunks. You can see his like beads here, his glasses, his hat. But I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on in this picture. Then I was comparing these two videos and I realized, oh wait, it's a visor.
Man.
It's a visor.
Say, folks, if you ever get it, if she not in a relationship, but if you ever in a relationship with this woman right here, bro, your ass better be walking a straight and narrow. Folks, she gonna catch your ass doing anything. Oh my God, folks, no numbers in the phone, no cheating, no motherfucking dates, no nothing. Straight and narrow, folks.
Hanging off of this. See, there's the bill and like the little like part there. But as I was comparing these two pictures, something hit me. Look at black part, metal, white plastic, metal, visor. Black part, metal part, white plastic, no metal pole.
Whoa.
Look at the steering wheel. The steering wheel
Oh,
has this like white
shit.
flat thing that's going on here. What? No, wait. But look, there's the door. There's the door. What's going on here with this leg? I don't know.
Right.
Now, do you guys see it?
It's crazy. Yeah, I see
Can you
it.
see it? Vertical bars, horizontal bars.
Yeah.
Vertical.
She cracked
Man,
the
that's
code.
crazy.
She told my guys, bro. Everybody was saying that was something up because they have on the same clothes.
Right.
They doctored it. This is why they be coming after her, bro.
Facts.
Horizontal. And it's not just that the vertical bars are missing, there is no horizontal bar like right here. But not only that, y'all see how there's like this curved bar here?
It's
Where's the
curved.
bar in
It's
this picture?
curved.
It should be going right next to the hat, like right into it. And yet we have nothing here. And I know y'all have lots of questions and I can't pretend like I have any answers to them.
Right
Now,
here.
do you guys...
Man, that's crazy. It ain't even got none of that part right there. All that's gone. It's right here, and it's not right there. See that right there? It ain't right there. That's crazy.
See it?
Look.
Can you see it?
That's different. They was saying them boy something was different about the boats. Man, those not the same days, man.
Vertical bars, horizontal bars. And it's not just that the vertical bars are missing, there is no horizontal bar like right here.
I'm gonna say that the audio that Janetta Brantley put out from the Cito call in the Nolan Wells case might have been altered in some kind of way. Look, I guess y'all didn't know this, but you can separate the audio yourself if you just connect it to the car. I'm about to play the dispatch call from WLOX News on YouTube. This is not from anywhere else, so unless WLOX altered it, we're gonna hear the same thing that Janetta Brantley put out. So if you connect to your car and play it, you'll be able to hear the dispatcher out of one speaker, and then you'll be able to hear the other end out of this speaker. So watch, as I connect it, we'll be able to hear exactly what they were saying out of this end.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn.
That shit sound better than the.
Our bilge pump stopped
Does that
working.
first?
We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Shut the fuck up! What'd you say? Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming.
In my opinion, bro, this call, in my opinion, when they made this call, I probably feel like Nolan was in distress then. You feel me? He needed help then. Or whatever was going on, he needed help. Dude panicked. He called. He like, hey man, woo, this what's going on. Such. And they didn't know what to do. So they called they folk. Then they called him. And that's why the people was in the background talking about he dead. What happened? Like, I think it happened like right then. You feel me? And they just panicked. And instead of telling them what was going on, they, you know what I'm saying, they shift the whole situation. That's why he was fumbling over everything, talking about they was sinking. He don't know how much water in the boat. He don't know how many people on there. And the woman asked him, is it somebody having trouble breathing or something like that? And he didn't know he didn't know how to answer that. You know what I'm saying? So I really feel like they was at that moment they was calling for help and they panicked, man. Like that's why they were like, he dead. Oh my God, no, because it sounded like that shit happened like right then. Like they was checking on him and that's when he just KO'd. You feel me? But that's just my opinion.
I don't know. We're just thinking. I don't know. Like we're
See
going
what I'm
down.
saying? We just thinking. I don't know. We going down.
So like I said, unless WLOX altered it, you hear the same thing. If you connect it to your car, you can do the same thing.
This is called Ain't No Rest for the Wicked.
Come on now.
In my opinion, he is wasting away literally something that's
Man,
eating
look at that
him
boy
from
face,
the
man.
inside.
Look at this. And this was the first interview with Tatum. That was the first interview. Now look at his face now. Oh, my damn. Look at him. His eyes sunk in. Man, man, it's killing him. Killing him softly. God damn, man. Ooh, he look bad. Oh, my God.
All on account of not speaking out, not snitching. And mind you, it just took a month for this to happen.
2 months, he over with.
Confession would lighten the load, my dude.
Now we have Elmore, who is Nolan's father, who said that Nolan would have never stayed behind on Horns Island to be with a girl or anywhere for that matter, and that he most definitely would have not left without his cell phone.
Right.
Now, we already knew that, so that was no surprise because, of course, like who would just leave their cell phone even when you're telling someone, oh, leave me, I'm going to stay behind, but you can keep my phone. Like, make it make sense. So anyways, and then Christine also says that as far as she was concerned, or them, they never saw any other boats out there or was aware of any boats on the water the night that Nolan Wells went missing on July the 4th. She also said, because remember the cell phone tower was also in question, and she said that once she arrived on Horns Island, they walked the entirety of Horns Island while she was on the phone with her grandmother, had a perfect, clear conversation, could hear fine, no static, no breakups, no nothing, with the grandmother who was in panic while they were searching for Nolan Wells on Horns Island, the entirety.
Bombshell tonight in the Nolan Wells investigation. Tonight, the timeline seemingly blows up. This as Nolan's mother is investigated. Why? And tonight, possibly even more important, where is Nolan's phone?
Come on now.
Well, from my understanding, authorities do not have it, and the family have not been cooperating with authorities to give the phone over.
Brandon, you may very well be a lot smarter than me, but I can hear, okay? The statement was we're prepared to cooperate, I guess, from Crump.
But it's best to have both cloud and the phone to paint the entire pattern of behavior and to see the truth.
Somebody saw something, somebody knows something, and they are not coughing it up. And we're going to keep on until they do.
I can tell you, look at those photos. Nolan Wells is not on that boat.
The photos to me are very convincing. Let's see the photo they're talking about again.
Yes, I'm glad we agree about that. I'm glad we agree.
Do I know what time that was or what day that was? Is there a timestamp? Look, I'm not saying either of you are lying. I'm saying this is how I would test evidence in court.
Right.
I mean, I take everything with a box of salt. When was that taken? Where was it taken? What time was it taken?
Yeah.
I'm curious. Is it timestamped?
And Nancy, you've been trying this case for over 30 days. The facts are the facts are the facts. These boys had nothing to do with the death of Nolan Wells.
How you know, man?
Okay, listen, when was the timestamp on that video?
Nancy, I'm going to answer it this way.
Yes.
We don't think that you're accusing us of lying. We don't feel that way. We're just simply saying this. And it's okay. You're asking legitimate investigative questions. And we don't fault you for that. But here's what we're saying. It's been over 30 days. There has never been one shred, one iota, one piece, nothing. There is no evidence that ties Warren, Morgan, or Jax to any crime because they did not commit a crime. They had nothing whatsoever to do. Right.
And again, what's timestamp on that video?
Right.
But that's not our burden. See, that's the problem. You're putting this burden on us, all right? There's never been one piece of evidence.
You did that to yourself, Paulsick, when you said, here's the boat that day and he's not on it. That may very well be true.
Right.
That may be absolutely true. And I'm saying, when was the video taken?
Well, no, I'm telling you.
Around 4:30, July 4th.
Yeah. And I'm telling you another thing, Nancy. We have multiple witnesses, and we're going to protect their...
Man, is y'all going to sit here and just... Woo, side. Bro, y'all just going to sit here and just play in our face, man. You just literally said the picture shows that them boys was leaving at 4:30, that they weren't on the island. If you feel like that's the truth, bro, just like shout out to Trent Out Loud, he been on Tatum ass, man. Give them the metadata to the pictures, man, so everybody can know. Because with you weaseling, you weaseling out of this, and it makes you look, man, it makes you look incompetent. It makes you look shady. It makes you look like a liar. Misleading. And it makes them boys look fucking guilty, bro. It makes them look fucking guilty. Where's the metadata to the pictures that they gave Tatum, and he been blasting all over online since everybody want to make a big deal about Nolan's phone? Talking about what Nolan phone, what Nolan phone, what Nolan phone. Man, where the metadata at to them pictures, man? Since you talking about they gonna exonerate somebody, send the metadata. Because at this point, man, y'all just playing in our face.
names on the air here. We're not going to air out
I think
a
you
private
should.
list of witnesses. We are. We're going to protect them. So I want to emphasize that as well.
Protecting y'all
the witnesses that we're talking about, we're not going to do that to
you
them.
wouldn't even need
We're not going to
witnesses.
name them here on the air. We're not doing that.
I'm not asking
Ain't
you
nobody
to.
asked you for that.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you are.
I'm asking you
But we're
again
not-
when the
We asked you
timestamp
about
is
the
on that
metadata,
video.
bro.
But if you don't know, I'm not saying that that's wrong or right.
Well, I'm not.
I'm saying
Right, no,
I want to know to
I understand that, but
corroborate
that's
that
not-
video.
I understand that, but that's not a relevant question for your present guests since we didn't make the video. But I can tell you this.
Okay, well, you showed me
Where's-
the video, and that's why I'm asking. Okay, let me ask
Well,
you
we didn't-
something else.
yeah.
Warren, Jax, and Morgan. Y'all in danger, girl. Because why would your lawyers go on Nancy Grace and say this?
You think these are actions of three boys who, one, keep their story straight, two, don't snitch on each other, and three, have made and had to have made to defend themselves?
Y'all heard him say, keep your story straight and not
Don't
snitching
snitch.
in a case like this. Y'all need some new lawyers ASAP.
We already talked about the background noise that the audio engineer, our beautiful black sister, Jeanette Brantley.
I'm not saying
Man,
they have lied, and I'm not saying they haven't lied. I don't know. I have no reason to disbelieve your clients or to believe them. Just because somebody tells you the sky is blue does not mean the sky is blue. You do know that, right?
Man, where y'all
Well, I
get
can
these
tell you
guys
this:
from?
they were off Horn Island at 4:30 p.m. on July 4th, and Nolan Wells was seen alive.
Now we're getting somewhere. How can you prove that to me other than them telling you? I assume you've got GPS tracking and the call to CETO?
We have witnesses among other things, but I can also tell you this: they were off the island at 4:30 p.m. and Nolan Wells was seen alive by multiple people at 6 p.m. still on the island.
Tyler.
Man, that was not
The
Nolan,
witnesses
bro.
that came forward. Here's something that would tend to corroborate them is if multiple witnesses said the same thing. Witnesses separated in time and space, witnesses that are not all friends, witnesses that are not good friends with your clients, that may have a reason to be fuzzy on the time.
Right.
I'm not saying they are or that they're not. Here's my question to you. Are these witnesses friends of your clients?
I don't think they're friends, and they're not even the same age.
You don't think?
Okay. Next question. How many witnesses place him there on the island at 6-ish?
At least two that I know.
At least two. No
Two.
definite answers, bro.
Do the witnesses know each other?
Yes.
There you go. That's the only.
Were they together
real
that
answer.
day?
Yes.
Another one.
Let me move to the boat, the Triton. Has the boat been searched by authorities?
I do not believe that it has been searched by authorities, but it's been available to authorities this entire time. If authorities wanted to come see it, they're more than able to, and have been.
Okay, I find that very interesting, Tyler, and I'll tell you why. In so many cases that I've prosecuted and covered and investigated, You see defendants, targets, trying to get rid of evidence. You see them cleaning the boat. You see them washing it down. You see them trying all sorts of methods to get rid of evidence. It's interesting to me and somewhat probative that your clients have offered the boat up to law enforcement to come and search it. I'm curious, has the boat not just been searched with the naked eye? Has luminol been used on the boat? Right. Has alternative light sources been used on the boat? Has a cadaver dog come to the boat? Has a scent dog come to the boat? To your knowledge, either one of you.
To my knowledge, Nancy, I do not believe that has happened. But again, my 3 clients, either one of them, none of them own that boat. So if it has, you would have to ask the owners.
Tyler.
And why? Why haven't y'all took the cadaver dogs and scent dogs out there or went and sprayed the luminol? I remember growing up watching them Lifetime movies with my mama, bro. And they had that little spray in the bottle. And when they go in there and wherever they feel like a crime had happened at, they'll spray the whole wall, the floor. They'll spray this spray everywhere. Get a black light, cut all the lights off in the crib, cut the black light on, and anywhere blood spatter over anything like that, it's gonna light up like a fluorescent blue or something like that, like a black light. Why they didn't do that with the boat? Why? I mean, that with those 3 boats that they drove out there. Why they didn't do that with those 3 boats? Because they feel like he went on a Triton. It could have been on a bark boat. Or one of the other boats that Warren said, the Palm Beach, he said he brought 2 boats out. So why the police and the detectives and the FBI not doing nothing? They're not doing nothing but that half-ass autopsy where they took parts and, pardon my language, but they took pieces and didn't give the throat. You know what I'm saying? They didn't say nothing about the discoloration in the back of the head, which I feel like he was laying somewhere for a long period of time that wasn't water on his back. Because usually when people drown, they float like waist high because of the gases in their body and their head be low in the water. That's what happened, like in the water. If he was in the water and float, so he would never have a discoloration spot in the back of his head. But like if he was somewhere and he got, and laid back and he passed out like that and was delayed there for a while as he is passing or done pass, the blood that was circulating will pool in the back of the head, and that's what will cause that discoloration back there. Like, it don't have to be blunt force trauma to crack nobody's skull or nothing like that to have no discoloration. You can get that just from a body just laying there for a long period of time, and it's not gonna happen in water. So that body was somewhere on a hard surface, folks. A hard surface, not water. And if I know this, I know they know this. You feel me? They know this shit, bro. They just don't care.
Do I look like I just fell off the turnip truck? Maybe I do, because we did sell turnips at the farmer's market when I was growing up. That said,
if you didn't go to the ER after a car accident, you could still be
telling me my clients don't own the boat, so you'd have to ask the owner. Come on, you and policy know if the boat has been searched. You know if cadaver dogs or scent dogs, luminol or alternative light has been used on the boat. Right. Can you just tell me? Yes, no. It's not your client's fault. It's law enforcement's fault if they haven't done it.
It really is.
If authorities thought that there was something to find on that boat, don't you think this far out they would have already done it?
I would think in the ordinary course of an investigation into potential foul play, I would have gone out there and done it.
Come on now.
Just
if you believe there was potential foul play.
To say I searched it and it was clean. I didn't find any blood.
Well, Nancy, you're asking a valid. Hold on, you're asking a valid question. You're just asking the wrong people. That's a question for law enforcement.
To your knowledge, has it been searched? Have you been told by anyone that it was searched?
I don't have any involvement in the law enforcement. I don't have any involvement in the investigation.
I'm going to take that as a no.
You can take it how you want.
You just said y'all was
And as a follow-up to my last video, I wanted to show you this. This is from Nolan's mom's Instagram from the day after he went missing. This was the picture that she was sent. So naturally, these two pictures should line up, right? So what I did is I made sure to line up this little like black loopy thing here. I made sure to line up this part of the boat and this like rope here. Now watch. Look at the difference here. Look at that. He's barely moving. And the entire skyline is different. Wow. You can say, oh, these are different pictures and like people just moved slightly, but the skyline wouldn't fucking change.
Not like that.
So what were they hiding? Because it seems to me they didn't want people to see this boat or this green boat. The skyline doesn't change over here. Look, it's in the same place. It's just over here. So 100% from the get-go, they were tampering with photographs. Absolutely nothing that they've given anybody can be trusted.
Look at that. That's crazy.
Listen to this.
Man,
Edward,
did y'all see
how did you get involved?
Listen to this.
Man, why would they do this, bro? And this, from day one, this the first picture they sent to Nolan's mom, bro. They've been bullshitting the whole time.
Listen to this.
Dang.
Edward, how did you get involved in this case?
Well, I'd rather not talk about that. I can just tell you this. I can tell you that it was through a friend of a friend.
You're kidding, right? You're kidding me. Because when you tell me, I'd rather not answer.
Full of shit, man.
Well, I want to protect the names.
Igniting me to find out how you got involved in the case.
Well, hold on. I can tell you a little bit more. I can tell you this. I can tell you,
look at those
close friend,
Watch the
a close
eyes,
friend who knows
Look.
the Ocean Springs, Mississippi community very, very well.
Look at them eyes.
Is from the area.
Eyes like you can't trust.
Connected me to a friend of his, and then I found myself speaking to Tyler here, and Tyler and I instantly became very close friends. We both have blue pickup trucks, so now we're the Blues Brothers. We just became very close. We hit it off. Then I had the opportunity to speak to Warren, speak to Morgan, speak to Jax, and we hit it off also. And I immediately realized these are incredibly fine young men.
Yesterday, during former Officer Tatum's groundbreaking interview, that was not groundbreaking at all, there was a new character reveal, and he goes by the name of Lawyer Edward Polinsky. Now, at first, nobody knew who Edward was because he came out cosplaying as a teenager in a hoodie and a baseball cap that said, "Call Cox." But Edward looked a little familiar to me, so I did a little bit of deep diving, and then it all came back to me. Do y'all remember Ashley Janae? And if you do remember Ashley Janae, then you remember this super creepy picture of Ashley and her feet.
Man, look at how this man looking at her. Look at them eyes, man. Those are not the eyes of an honest man. Those are eyes of a weirdo.
Beyonce, Joe McCann. And if you don't remember those two names or those two pictures, I'm sure y'all remember this video of Ashley getting engaged before they found Ashley unresponsive in her hotel room,
Beautiful
Tanzania.
young lady, bro.
And when Ashley unfortunately lost her life April the 9th, 2026, and everybody and their mama thought Joe McCann had something to do with it, who did Joe hire? None other than Edward. When the white elite gets in trouble, they call on Little Eddie. Sorry, bro. You show up with a baseball cap and a hoodie like this trying to cosplay and fit in. Yo, we're just going to call you Little Eddie for the rest of this video, okay? For those of you who followed this channel daily during the Ashley Janae investigation, you know two things. One, I do not like Joe McCann, and I also do not like Eddie. And guess what? They don't like me either. They do not like the way that I covered the Ashley Janae investigation.
And guess what? I don't like him neither. And that's the end of the video, y'all. Man, look, drop your thoughts and comments down below. This Louisiana Fat, bro. You know me.